What's going on, Lack? Welcome to the stream. Not so much as learn, but more like observe. I'm the one that needs learning. Yep. But it's gonna be a little different now. It's going to be a little different now. I've been trying to put together kind of a general kind of picture of what I want to do, and wait, why is this? Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. And I recently got a pretty good idea as to what to do here. Oh, bravo. I think I remember you from the MD days. Good to see you too. Kind of changed my style now a little bit. Trying to create my own game. Also at the same time, I'm also waiting for SAO versus, or that's not versus. What is it called? Variant Showdown. I call it VS. Yeah, everyone is. Especially since they delayed it. That should do it. Yeah, last couple times I've been streaming on Twitch, and then I realized, wait a second, I don't have a following on Twitch. Literally nobody uses, nobody uses my Twitch streams. So I was like, okay, let's give YouTube a try. You know the reason why I'm streaming this, actually? It's more like a selfish reason, because I'm hoping someone who understands programming more than I do can hop in and give me tips. Because I'm just an amateur. I know a bit of coding, but I would definitely not say that I know enough to be able to program this efficiently in the best way possible. So maybe, you know, someone could give me criticism on what I'm doing wrong or what I can do better. Great. But until then, I'm gonna struggle through it on my own way and see what I can learn or what I can accomplish with my own skills. I think I was trying to forget about something here. Did I add the new bullet? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I called it Hadouken. Set X speed. Going backwards, it's also very small as well. I need a way to resize values. This is gonna be rough. Oh wait, no, we already have a set ratio. Okay, I'm going overboard then. I don't actually need this. Did I ever set the ratio projectile? I don't think I have. Hadouken dot set ratio requires double R. Let's go with 3 times the size. If I can see this a little bit better now. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. It looks like an icicle shot though. Also needs to face the other way, so I need to set up its orientation depending on its speed. Let's jump to that really quickly. You know what? I'll do that in... Should I do it in foreground objects? This could be overwritten with the update function, right? Sprite has... Whoops. Not mean to do that. So foreground object has its own update function, but does Sprite have its update function? No, it does not. Okay, so I'll do it here then. Depending on which speed you're going at, I'll turn it one way or another. So if x speed is greater than 0, strictly speaking. This is not Python. I don't know why I'm writing this in Python. And then else. Right, I'm sure there was a way to shorten this. I don't know how though. What would I do here? Would we do set orientation? I'm really lacking the fundamentals, the basics here, because I'm pretty sure most of the variables here should be private, and then be adjusted using set values. It shouldn't be so open, but it's like my own project, so I don't really care right now. Somebody tell me it's wrong. I don't know if it is a big deal if I don't set them to be private. That's what I want to do here. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do set scale, right? Cropped image dot set scale? No. RG dot set color set clips. No. How would I inverse it? Something about cropped image dot get sub image, get tile observed, copy data, create graphics. Oh, it's just not so easy, is it? Flipping an image. Let's see here. Okay. Looks like we're gonna be right back. Developing a game looks hard? Yeah, it does. Alright. You guys are gonna have to enjoy the music for a little bit. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Alright. That took a little bit to sort out. Let's hop back into it. So where were we? Right, flipping the image. Apparently drawing it the reverse. So the X value has to be to the right of the current width. So it would be X pose plus, and then no, the starting position would be to the right, sorry. Adjust it with and the width would actually be the inverse version, so it would just be a negative version of this. Right? So what should happen, yes, it is reversed. Okay, cool. I didn't think about that. I've never thought about that. I didn't think the width could be negative. Okay. See, this is why the internet is such a beautiful place. Sometimes. It's good sometimes, it's good bad other times. Gotta stay hydrated. Just pouring myself a glass of water into an iced coffee cup. It's probably the worst possible beverage holder I have, but I'm too lazy to go downstairs and grab my actual water bottle. This is the next best thing I got. Okay. Let's see here. So we've got the Hadouken working. We need to bring it up a little bit. Just create a hitbox for it so the player can actually be, so the player can interact with the projectile. And then we'll get on to designing a bad guy as well. Because I think the current player, if I remember correctly, we don't have a player. That's right, I forgot. We don't even have a player. We just have this box flying around. That's supposed to be a dash, by the way. The space was supposed to be a dash. You have a recharge counter on the top left corner where your dash recharges. So you can't spam it because you're supposed to be invulnerable while you're dashing. That's the logic behind it. So, what to do? So we are going to first bring up. Oops, did not mean to create that. No, I thought I created a breakpoint by accident. So Hadouken needs to be brought up a little bit because it's actually not on the ground level right now. So Y value should be anywhere between like 400. That should be within the game. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. We can jump over it. We can use that as a test projectile. Oh boy, trying to attach like attacking animations together with it is gonna be it's not gonna be easy. Alright, so I did mention that the image will be drawn dependent on which way it's facing, right? So here's what I'm thinking. It's not... Okay. Alright, so we know that this only occurs, the increasing of the adjusted width divided by n column only occurs when it's facing to the left. Or at least I'm going to assume that most projectiles are facing to the right on default. So that means this is only going to face to the left, or only be executed when it's facing to the left. So I'll have a 0 value to indicate that it's facing to the left, 0 value to indicate it's facing to the right, and a 1 value if it's facing to the left. So that this, if it's facing to the right, then 0 multiplied by this number would just be 0, so it wouldn't be executed. And then, yeah, okay, so this one to do. -1 times facing... Yeah, you know what? Facing left. That's what I'm going to call it. Let's go to sprite, have it declared... Yeah, I did create a 1 by accident. Have a protected integer declared as a facing left, right? And then what would happen is, by default, it'll face to the right. So by default, it'll be 0. And here we'll add adjusted width divided by n columns only when facing left is not equal to 0. Right? Because facing left, if it's 0, multiplied by adjusted width would just still be 0, divided by n columns. Doesn't really matter which divided by. 0 divided by anything is still 0. So this is pretty much non-existent when it's facing to the right. And it will be -1 times... Ooh. Okay, hold on. It's not going to be -1, sorry. It's going to be negative facing left, which will become 1 when it's facing to the left, but it would just be 0. And again, -0 just means 0. 0 times... Wait a second, that's an issue. No, that can't be... Okay, here's a problem. It can't be 0. This whole thing can't be 0. It's just... It's not allowed to be 0. If it's 0, we have no width. So it's either going to be positive width or it's going to be negative width. It's one or the other. That means facing left will have to bounce between 1 and -1. There's a smart way around this, mathematically. Because right now it's either 0 or 1. But we need to be 1 or -1. Setting to multiply by -1 doesn't really help because it's still 0 or -1, so it becomes just 0 and 1. It doesn't fix anything. But if I take modulus, it doesn't solve the fundamental problem. Okay, problem solving. That's what programmers are good at. I need to start problem solving right now. So this problem would be super simple if I don't want to make it efficient. Because I could just test for facing left, and depending on which one, I could just make 2 different draw images, right? But I want it to be efficient. It's under the same line, so it's gonna take a little bit of thinking. So we want it to be this to be either positive or it to be negative. Right now, the only values that we hold are 1 or 0. The absolute value? The absolute value of facing left would be always 1. It wouldn't matter. Right? Yeah, it wouldn't matter. Yes! Okay, wait. I just remembered something. Anything to the power of 0 is 1, right? And if... Oh, no, wait, that doesn't work. No, wait. Hold on. 1 to the power of 0 is 1, so it becomes negative 1. Negative... No, that... I need to put negative 1 under the bracket. Ah! It's not so simple, is it? But if I took facing left... Right? If I took facing left and I added 1 to it, so now the number ranges from, instead of from 0 to 1, it ranges from 1 to 2. Now I put a negative 1 under the bracket. So we know 0 is facing to the... No, we'll add 2 to it, because we need to maintain the same pattern. Because if you add 1, the odd becomes even, even becomes odd. So we don't want to... We want odd to stay odd, even to stay even. So, here's what we're going to do. Negative 1, right, under the bracket, to the power of... Does the double multiplication sign work as the power of? To the power of facing left plus 2. That makes sense? No? It doesn't? Great. It's not supposed to make sense. Alright, cool. Anything, math.pow, right? Yeah. So we need negative 1, which is the base. And then the actual power exponent is going to be facing left plus 2. Any interesting games you've been playing during 2022? I've been playing Blue Archive a lot since the start of 2022. I'm addicted to it. Mobile games, not so much. Mobile games are not so much. I guess I'm still hopping on and off of Precon and a bit of Genshin here and there. But I haven't been really playing all that much mobile games. My schedules are actually either like school, work, or doing something like this, right? Something of my interest. So I haven't really been gaming all that much. It's not to say that I haven't lost interest. I've lost interest in it, but maybe some people have mentioned that I'm starting to slowly lose my interests, my fondness for games, and maybe they're right. I'm getting to that stage, but right now I'm waiting for, like I said, SAO victory. No. Variant Showdown, and I think I'm hoping God of War Ragnarok will get a PC release, if you ever heard of that. But other than that, I play some Precon like Princess Connect, Redive, and then Genshin Impact. I haven't been addicted to any games except for Wizard 101 for like the past month, I would say. I'm off of it now, but I was playing it like crazy because it was like a game that I played in my childhood. Don't jump into it, because compared to like modern games now, it's I would say it falls behind, but it's just a bit of nostalgia for me, so I had to go back to that. And that'll be it, right? I mean, recently my friend got me into going back into Counter-Strike Global Offensive, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, why is this errored? It's providing a double, is it? Well, I know for a fact this is going to become a integer. Math.pal is providing returning a double, right? Math.pal. Yeah, it's returning a double. So I'm going to make this forcibly convert into an integer, which will then either be... So this is the interesting part, right? Facing left is either 0 or 1, but now I've made it so that it's anywhere between 2. No. What did I do? 0 to 1, and I need to be between 2 or 3, right? Because -1 to the power of an even number will get you 0. Or, sorry, -1 to the power of an even number gets you a +1, right? But -1 to the power of an odd exponent gets you a -1. And so that's how we go from between positive and negative. Big brain. Gotta think sometimes. Gotta think about it. But it feels good when you finally get it down. And I know this looks like a lot more work than what it was originally intended to be, but it should work. So, how do I set the perspective? Facing left. So in update, right? In player. No, foreground objects. Whoops. Okay, so here, if the speed is greater than 0, that means it's traveling to the right. So we'll set the facing left to be 0. But if your speed is negative, meaning you're heading to the left side, we'll set this to be 1. Excellent. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's test it. Okay, so it's heading to the left as usual. So what if now I add a... I don't know, when it hits to the left side, let's have it bounce back the other way. So let's just create a temporary thing here. Temporary bounce. So if x pose is less than or equal to 0, let's just have you face the other way. Facing, no, let's not do facing right. X speed equals to +2. What's the speed it's moving at right now? You know what? Just go the other. Just go the other way. Just go the other way. X speed equals to negative x speed. There we go. Just reverse it. Just flip it. All right. Okay. It doesn't do it on the right side though. It doesn't do it on the right side. It only does it on the left side. But it definitely flipped around, which is what I wanted to see. But why is the gap so big though? What's its boundary box? Hold on, I need to see his hitbox real quick. That's ridiculous. Can I visualize this somehow? Back in game. Render. You know what? Let's do this. Hadouken dot hitbox HB dot. Wait, do I not have it? Oh, do I have to set it to public because it sets it to private by default? Whoops. Nope, did not mean to close that. Happy Thanksgiving. Wait, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Hold on, what day is that? Oh, it's on the... Oh! It's United States Thanksgiving. Okay, sorry. I'm on a Canadian calendar, so we already had Thanksgiving. That's why I was so confused for a second. Okay, yeah, but next week... Thanksgiving. So is there anything that I'm thankful for? Well, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. There's a lot of things. Right? A roof over my head. Food. Recently got a new client. Right? Can't narrow it down to just one specific big thing. It's like the little things that kind of make up your everyday life. Recently, I've been heading to the gym because I've been really conscious about my blood sugar level, or blood pressure and blood sugar level, but managed to get it under a decent amount now. So we'll see how that progresses. And hopefully, I've trimmed down or toned down on the facial fat. It used to be horrible. Like when I first started YouTube, it was okay, right? And then I hit a point where it got bad, and now it's back to normal again, or at least like back to where it started. I think. I can't evaluate myself. It's just terrible. Okay. So now I should be able to use hb.visualize, right? And then give it off G. So I should be able to see the boundary box. If everything goes correctly, right? I should see a boundary box around the... I forgot this doesn't follow it. Oh no. Oh no. I need to update this. Hitbox needs an update function. Public void Do I have a parent? Wait, hold on a second. Okay, no, sorry. Don't take that out of context. What I mean is, does this hitbox have a parent function? Is it possible for me to just reference by ref? No. Does Java automatically pass things by reference? Let me try and remember this. Or is that a C++ kind of thing? Okay, no. They definitely don't have that. Oh, if there's no... Can I just add a parent in here? Because the parent would be a foreground object, right? So I could just add one. Foreground object parent. Right? And then I just set parent foreground objects parent. I'm gonna short form this PRNT. It looks like print, but I'm gonna pretend that it's parent. So parent equals to print. Okay. Oh god! Thank God for the undo button. What did I just do? All right. Here's how the update's gonna work. We're gonna call upon the parent's exposition and update it. I've been working out since the start of 2022 because of my blood pressure and my anxiety and stress. Well, they have mentioned that. Okay, so working out really gets the blood moving, right? So kind of lowers your cholesterol and things like that. And I guess it helps alleviate your mind off of the things that's been stressing you out. So glad that it's working out for you. How's that been going, by the way? Because you said the start of 2022, right? It's been almost a year. Are you working out by yourself, or is that with a trainer or with a friend? So here we have, let me think. Parent dot, no, sorry. I need to update my top, left, bottom, and right, as well as my x, y, wh. So x equals to parent dot x. Pose, wait. Foreground object, is it expose? It is expose, right? Sprites. It is indeed expose, yes. Y is equal to parent dot y pose. And then we'll need to update the top left. Okay. Oh, there was a lot more messages. I don't know why I'm getting so much notifications. So we'll update the boundaries as well. So left is equal to new x, y is equal to top is equal to the new y, right side is equal to the new x plus the original w, and the bottom is going to be the y plus the height. Okay. And that finishes updating all of my values. So if I call update before I visualize it, it should be fine. I work out alone. I've been lifting Monday, Wednesday, Friday, while Tuesday, and Thursday is cardio. The weekend is my rest day. You go 5 times a week. Wow. Okay. That is some dedication. How long do you work out for? Like every session? Or do you like, do you push yourself? Because I work out with a trainer, right? And it's push pull legs, right? It's 3 days a week, so I head in for those separate days. Pushing is like my tries, pulling my buys, and then legs just kind of like my back all together with what do you call it, the hamstrings? Yeah. But man, my trainer is a demon. He's just, I thought it was a joke. Like, I thought trainers are supposed to work with you, kind of at your own pacing. But my trainer is just, get in there! You can do it! Push yourself! like the limit you set for yourself is not quite enough. I'll set the limit for you. It's never enough with that guy, but I kind of appreciate it because if it's not for the intensity of the training, I don't think I would have made as much progress. So while it is, it's rough, I find it refreshing. Rewarding, actually. That's the right word, yeah. There we go. What have we got? Oh yeah, update, right. Do I want to... Yeah, you know what? Hadouken.up.hb.updates, which updates the hitbox, which in turn... What is that? What kind of hitbox is that? Excuse me, can you do that again for me? Just like real quickly here? I need you to bounce around like consistently. What was that? What was that hitbox? Hello? Excuse me? That's not how it works. Okay, so hold on. If expose plus, you know, width is greater than or equal to, I guess, the right side of my screen, which is in fact how big? What did I set my screen to be? Oh, no. Yeah, 1200. Okay. So, greater than or equal to 1200. Let's set it back. So we'll set X speed to be the negative version of X speed as well. There we go. So what should happen is it should bounce back and forth between the two because I need to observe this. What? Excuse me? What is that hitbox? That makes no sense. What am I cropping? What? Wait, hold on. No, it can't be. What? Projectile, right? Am I cropping this correctly? Oh, you know what's wrong? I think the actual boundary is a lot smaller. Because when I crop it, I'm cutting it, right? I'm cutting it in even four squares, but the objects are not placed in the center of the squares. They're placed on the corners of the squares. I work out at least hour of, or I'm gonna assume that's or 2. Lifting is fun, but cardio is nightmare for me. Okay, yeah, cardio is meant to be painful. Actually, was it meant to be painful? I just know that it's supposed to put you kind of 6 feet under, right? You're trying to tire yourself out. Whereas lifting is pushing yourself to either put on heavier weights or put it under more stress. One's working the heart, one's working your body. is the two ways I'd do it. But I haven't actually been doing a lot of cardio recently, and that's one thing I need to work on. But I'm just so tired after the 3 days that I don't want to go in anymore. I don't want to go in the gym. Okay, so hold on a second. I need to take a look at show border. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. It is centered. Okay, no, I don't care about that. Okay, this makes no sense. Anyways, I think I'm gonna have to cut it short here. Though I'm gonna message one of my clients and see if they're going to be having a session. Oh, there we go. I got my message. Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. Alright. Because if they get back to me, I'm probably gonna have to cut the stream off in like 1 or 2 minutes. Work be calling. Alright. So, I just checked. It is supposed to be cut in perfect 4 squares. I want to see the magic of coding. The magic, you want to see a projectile Hadouken bouncing around the screen? There you go. I hope you like it. But that's not supposed to be the boundary box. That's not supposed to be the hitbox. That's not where it's supposed to be. But apparently that's where it thinks it is. It makes no sense. I'm just watching this thing bounce back and forth. Is it because of the ratio? Is it because I increased the ratio? It should still have gaps in the corner. That's the ridiculous thing. Like if I were to splice this, right? If I were to splice this image perfectly into 4 quadrants, there should still be space left over, but there isn't. And I'm forced to figure out why. I have no idea. We've got the source of the image, okay. Where are we splicing it anyways? So we got the width, we got the height. Could it be the adjusted width and adjusted height? Set frames. Set ratio. Isn't the square where the white thing it's inside? That's what I'm saying! That's the point! That's what I don't get. I've been trying to figure this thing out. Oh. Hold on 1 second, guys. Alrighty. Let's hop back into this. Alright, take care, Blackstone. I just shouldn't. Do you prefer? I don't know anymore. You might have already left. I don't know if I were to continue calling you Bravo or something else. Okay. So, question at hand here. What do we do about this? So how do I change the adjusted width and height? What if I don't change it at all? What if I don't set its ratio? Like I comment this line out for now, right? What would happen if I just don't do that? Excuse me? Is the box bigger or is that the same? It looks the same to me. I don't know about you, but that box looks the same to me. Okay, alright. Yeah, no, that looks the same. So the box itself is just ridiculous. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I mean, you all probably knew that, but I'm an idiot. So, apparently, when I was trying to set up the width and height of my foreground object, right? I take the literal image directly. Because the sprite class imports the image, and it sets the width and height of the dimension, right, to that image. So it's actually taking this huge, what is it? It's taking this box. It's not taking the actual like smaller portion of it as the width and height. So that was the problem. So how do I? But is changing the width and height going to change anything? Because the width and height takes the original. If I do set ratio, it changes the adjusted width and adjusted height. But the foreground object bases my hitbox off of the original. It's not the adjusted version. So if I were to actually base it off of the adjusted version, it actually would be even bigger. Okay, I know the problem, but how do I fix it? That's the big issue. Do I use the width and height anywhere else besides here? I don't think so, right? It was just the original values that was used. And besides, the adjusted width and adjusted height are even wrong in this case. I need this to get cropped down. This is what I'm going to do. Right after set frames, right? I'm going to resize the width and height. Because it just doesn't make sense. No, but we do use width and height here. But we don't want the width and height of the image. We want the width and height of the actual projectile. So, well, here goes nothing. I mean, I'm gonna try it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then it's just that, right? So the current width divided by the number of rows, right? So width divide equals by the n rows. Think, Cyber, think. I'm thinking, but I'm not thinking hard enough, apparently. Actually, wait, that's wrong. The width is the number of columns. It's divided by the number of columns. It's not the height. The height would be divided by the number of rows. There we go. Okay, the right side works when it's it does I mean, does it break if I set ratio? I'm kind of scared. Oh god, that's such a small portion. It's not even the full thing. Yeah, okay, so the set ratio breaks it. The set ratio breaks it completely. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna need a frame dimension, right? So what I'll do is I'll create 2 more values. This is ridiculous. Frame width and frame height. Alright, so what this will do is it'll at least keep track of the frame width and height for me. The adjusted width is actually the entirety of the image changed. So frame width actually starts as the same thing as the regular width, and the frame height starts as the same thing as the regular height. But as you set the frames, we're going to say that the frame width is now becoming the width divided by 2, and the frame height is equal to the height divided by 2. Or not divided by 2, but divided by the number of columns and the number of rows. Because I don't really care. Frankly, I do not care where the image size is, like what the actual size of the image is. But what I do think I need to do, at the very least, is make sure that the image resizes itself. Or the hitbox resizes itself. Right? Because the hitbox is going to be created based on the... Oh, no, wait, that doesn't... Oh, that's annoying. The hitbox is not going to be annoying. The hitbox is going to be annoying. Okay. The hitbox is set at the beginning. We need the width and height to be adjusted as time goes on. So we actually call... maybe it's under update. Maybe I can do it under update at any time, I guess. We'll do like frame width and then frame height. But I guess we'll resize it afterwards and update. We can just call frame hb.frame. No, hb.width. W is equal to frame width, and then hb.h is equal to frame height, something like that. Okay, now it's got the right size. It's still bouncing a little too early, though. Still bouncing a little too early. Because the X pose is all the way out. Where the image is being drawn is different from the actual hitbox itself. Oh boy. I can't... I think the problem here is that I can't help it since the image itself puts a gap from the projectile with the rest of the image. Can I offset it somehow? Can I offset the image so that it looks like it fits on top of the hitbox? Because I don't want to move the hitbox to the image. I want to move the image to the hitbox, since the X and Y values are what we're calculating with. God, I wish I know what the gap is. I wish I knew. Okay. Can I just look at this and just measure it with a ruler? Like, please and thank you. No grid. There's no grid. Do I have to zoom in for this? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hold on. How much? How much? I don't have to count this myself, do I? Where's the ruler? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12. My eyes, 13, 14, 15, 16. There has to be a ruler somewhere here, please. Please, I can't just keep doing this. This is not right. I have a brilliant idea on my hand somehow. Take it into paint and then try to use the ruler there. Okay, you know what? I'll count it by hand. 1, 2. 22 spaces. Now the highest point gap. Okay, I think 22 by 22 should be a good enough gap. Right? So we'll do... When we create a sprite, we're also going to declare two more things. So besides the X and Y values, we're also going to need to note what are the offsets. So offset top, offset X, and we'll do int offset Y. This is gonna break so much things. This is gonna break so many things. 22, 22. It's supposed to be in square formation, right? So with the offset X and the offset Y, I can now adjust the X position based on the offset. Right? This is probably gonna break so many things, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay, what? Oh, okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot that you were around. That changed absolutely nothing. That did nothing. Listen, alright? I'm pretty sure I know why. It's because every time I updated it, right? I reset its X position. How much you want to bet that? Right, because the player is a part of sprite, but the sprite update function, where would it be? Sprite doesn't even have an actual update function, because it could be standing still. That makes sense. Okay, so I don't care about player, I need foreground object. So xpose plus equals to x. But Nope, that's not the problem. Okay, I'm stuck once again. Oh boy. Okay, think. Think hard. Set ratio. Did it even change? Did it even change anything? Okay. So start from the beginning. We have an offset X, which tells us how far out we need to draw this box, right? It's only the hitbox. So thinking about it now, do we even? No, we don't, right? We don't need that. We only need the offsets for the hitbox. So this is completely unnecessary. This just goes back to the way it was, right? Because the picture itself doesn't need a hitbox, or doesn't need an offset. It's only the hitbox that needs it. So this is unnecessary. Let's go back to background objects, get rid of that as well. Got that fixed. Back to foreground object. And where we generated hitbox, right? We're also going to request for, besides the XY width and height, we're going to need the hitbox set, maybe? Public. Void set offsets. It's going to request for two things: int x offset and y offset. With that, I can set my x to be increasing by the x offset, and then y to be increased by the y offset. Ideally, what it should do is it should push the blocks over so that it lays on top of the object. Let's see if it works or not. So when I generate this, it's going to now ask me for two more things, which we can easily provide here. So it's going to be 22 by 22. Let's see how that works. No, wait, it doesn't generate that, sorry. We need hb.set offsets to be 22 by 22. Do not debug for me, but I don't care. I forgot about the ratio. So 22 times the ratio, because I made it bigger. And now I've got myself Oh boy, okay. Well, that's just fantastic, because ratio is supposed to be a float. So we need to now explicitly convert this to an integer. Listen, we're solving the problems one step at a time. This is how programming works. Slow and steady wins the race, alright? It's never been more true. Let's see it. You know, you could have at least rewarded me with one successful run. Thank you very much. Why? Why does it not work? I don't get it. It's almost like it doesn't use it. That's a fair point right there. It's almost like it doesn't use the X and Y values that I'm putting down. Oh, where do I render this hitbox? So when I render it, when I visualize it, I use the X value. Gotcha. So, update. This sets it back to the parent's X pose, but it doesn't take into account the offset that it has. So, once it actually has an offset, we need to continuously apply it. So that means I can't just simply use these variables here now. I need to make sure that the X offset and Y offset are initially created. Right? So this is how it's going to work. Initially created, and we need to constantly keep track of it because we need it to be applied at all times. So by default, the X offset and Y offset are going to be 0. Only once they get called on by set offsets do they change. And once they change, we're going to keep track of it in update. So we're going to say, actually, we could just do X offset is equal to, oh, I need to overwrite this with this dot X offset. Otherwise, it'll be confused. This dot Y offset. There we go. Why are you confused, sir? Why are you confused? Because I just spelled it differently. Yes, I did. I guess I didn't actually need this part after all. Man, this is confusing. I should have named it something else. So now the parent's X pose gets increased by X offset, right? And then the Y value gets increased by the Y offset. Which, as a result, please work, cross me my fingers. It shifted, okay? It shifted. That's what that matters. Okay, first step. Second step, make sure to multiply it by the ratio. It's not increasing, but it's equal to X offset times ratio. Right? Because we did increase the size. Did I not put in parent dot ratio? I did, right? Oh, okay, you're gonna play it that way now, huh? Fine. We'll play your game. I see how you play. Times cell parent dot ratio. Okay, let's try that now. Fingers crossed. I swear to God, I'm done with this. I'm gonna be done with this so fast. Why? Why do you not work? Why do you not work? What did I do? What did I do wrong here? I'm pretty sure I set up the ratio correctly, right? I used, in game, I used dot set ratio right here. So that is a sprite construct. Set ratio. Set ratio. There we go. Ratio equals to R. Adjusted width, adjusted height. Listen, bud. We're gonna have a long talk about this one. Is it not to ratio? Okay, wait, hold on. Did it even change if I... Whoa. Okay, hold up. Just hold up for a second, all right? I'm gonna comment out these 2 lines and get rid of this entirely. Does that even change anything? If it didn't, then what was the point of me adding it? Right? Okay, so we got the regular X and Y. Okay, it looks like it encompasses a little bit less. Right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to comment out these 2 lines now and reinstate the previous 2 comments. How does that work? It's the exact same thing. It didn't do anything. The parent ratio didn't even get accounted for. Why? Why is that? I mean, it's not like I didn't update it, right? I'm updating it with X and Y. Updating hitbox.project. I'm calling update, right? I am calling update, right? Did I call update? In foreground object, I called update, but did I call H? Sometimes my own stupidity amazes me. So I have hitbox.update. Wait, is it being used? Fine usage. No, I am calling update. It's just being called in game. Why? Why would I update it in game? That makes sense. It just... Hold up. This is not right. No, I'm calling the... Okay, so I'm calling the foreground objects update function, but nowhere did we ever call the hitboxes update function. No, I am using it. Wait, this is in game and render. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong spot. Okay, there we go. No, just no. Alright, no. That's not where it should be called. We should call it in foreground objects right here. After these values gets adjusted, then we call hb.update to update its current values. And now let's see what happens. Probably the same thing, not gonna lie. Probably the same thing. Yep, exactly as I suspected. But why? Why do you do this to me? What is wrong? PRNT, foreground object PRNT, parents. I'm pretty sure I changed it. I'm pretty sure I changed. Huh? Time to debug. Okay, let's pause here. We got HB. No, before even that, let's look at this. You're trying to offer your friendship, and this is just spitting in your face. That is such an accurate description. Pretty much. The computer... No, it just takes a dump in my face. And it laughs while it's doing it. Okay, there we go. We have our ratio. It's 3 times, right? So, when you jump into it... When you go step into the hitbox update, offset is 22. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait 1 second. You wanna know what's wrong? I figured it out. Why it stays consistent. It's all back to foreground object right here. When I try to set the offsets here. See, the ratio by standard in sprite class, right? By standard, the ratio is 1. It was 1 by default. The only reason why the ratio got adjusted later on was because of here. When I called set ratio 3. Right? So otherwise it wouldn't have changed. But because of that, I never called set offsets ever again. Time for comeback? Time for comeback. So here's what we're gonna do. Public void set, or public void override, or I think, was it overwrite? Override. Oh, okay, well, at override then. Can I at override a function, please? Set ratio, there we go. Let's overwrite that. So when I call the super set ratio, but also at the same time, we need to call hb.setOffset. And it's going to use the R value. Bam! Alright, everything's going to work the way it is. The only difference is that I'm going to set the offset afterwards. Fingers crossed, please! Where is that going? What? Okay. So it somewhat worked, but I get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, right? It's not 3 times. So we got set offsets. We got set ratio. Why do I get the feeling it's been done 3 times now? Hold up. Hold on just 1 minute. Set ratio gets called hitbox. Set offsets gets called when... Okay, so set ratio has been changed. No. Times R, which is 3. X offset. Right, okay, so what ends up happening was Hitbox is actually asking for X offset and Y offset because it's going to multiply by the parents ratio. This did it twice. No wonder. Okay, so it multiplied by twice. The X offset that was given was already multiplied by the ratio. So here, I actually just needed to type in X offset. And Y offset, that's it. Praise the sun! We did it, boy! Okay, so the 22 ratio was a little bit off, though. It's... I feel like I pushed the height down a little too much, so let me raise that up just a little bit. Just by a little bit. 21. That's almost perfect. What if I did 20? You think that's gonna break everything? No, that's actually perfect. 20 is the perfect number. So wait, that makes me question though. Why is the X offset just 22, but the Y offset is 20? Hold on, can I get you to just stop moving for a second? Just stop moving, all right? X pose, just stop. I don't want you to update. Yeah, it's like off a little bit, right? It's not 20, it's 22. Why is it so precise of a number? Actually, I get the feeling it might even be a little bit off. Maybe it needs to be 21? Yeah, it's 21. It's 21. It's such an odd number. It's just one greater. Oh wait, was this supposed to be 21 as well? No, this just looks off. right? So 21, this one's 20. I thought it would be a perfect number, but I guess not. I don't really know why, but looks that way. No, no, it doesn't. That's not the equation. Okay, so we've got the game going. We can now test for collisions between the two boxes. Now, I want to say that this is still not great because I want to try to crop it so that it's actually the appropriate size. Otherwise, I know someone out there is going to criticize. Oh, you know, this hitbox doesn't look right. You know, I should be able to slide right under that bullet. Okay, fine. I'm gonna have to readjust that as well. But one thing that I can definitely say for sure is I am glad I finally managed to get that out of the way. I just realized, why couldn't I have just readjusted this, like... Why couldn't I have just readjusted this? You know, when you create a hitbox, you generally have to tell it where that hitbox is, right? So why couldn't I just change that? Because there's the width and there's the height, right? What did I use for the hitbox anyways? The height was I used the frame's height. Well, what if I don't use the frame's height? What if I use the actual size? What if it's actually just divided by 2? Oh, that did nothing. Well, thank you very much. I rest my case. Okay, now I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with it. Oh, because of the update. No, but wait a second. Why does it need to constantly update the width and height then? I don't understand. It's not like the image actually changes, right? Unless... Ooh. Okay, well, clearly it did something. Is it because I could potentially change the frame width and frame height based on sprite? Oh, yeah, it was set frames. Okay, that's why. Okay. Well, I mean... That would need to be kept as a permanent thing, then. Because it shouldn't be... Right? Because it should be kept permanent. Let's not worry about this one, because the startup value doesn't really matter. What we do care about is every time the update gets called. Now, I'm not saying that this is permanent. And now I need a bigger offset to kind of pull it down. Oh, okay. Perfect. This is why we need offsets. 22. Tell me, is that accurate? Almost. 24. This has to be accurate, right? Okay. Alright, I see a lot less people complaining. I can see that. 25? I say that's pretty good. That's pretty on the spot. I like that. Hey, okay, now we just need to do collision detection between the player's hitbox. Because we need to make a hitbox for the player. And then make those two hitboxes collide. I'll worry about that next time. It's been an hour and a half. I don't want to keep going anymore. I want to take a break. Alright, I'm probably going to end it off there. Pretty satisfied with where I went. No, I'm not satisfied at all. This is terrible. I would expect far more to be done. I was expecting hitbox to be completely done by the end of this stream, but I'm out of juice. I want to take a break. So, there you have it. Progress, however little, was made, and I'll save the rest for Sunday. Yeah. Take your luck. Thanks for actually staying in for the whole stream. What's wrong with you? I'm just kidding. Why would you tune in for such a boring stream? All right, enjoy the rest of your evening. I will take off and enjoy mine as well.